Everyone, Deborah Dixon is a Southern belle raised in Horse Creek Valley, which is known as the Valley. She's been placed on this earth to complete a temporary assignment while planting seeds of hope and helping as many people as God puts in her pathway. What better way to introduce Deborah to you than to use the introduction in her book, Why Settle? And Deborah, I think that is just so cute. It's adorable.
Thank you.
The way that you describe yourself like that. But you know, your book, Why Settle? A Relationship with God Through the Sands of Time, is a reflection about your life, I'm sure,
Yes.
this devotional, but even to the words that you chose to use, being raised in Horse Creek Valley is a real tribute to your grandparents.
It is. It's really a tribute to my grandmother. My paternal grandmother. I stayed with her from the time that my mother and father got divorced, which I was about a year old. So I stayed with her for about 5 years until my father got remarried. So she lived in Horse Creek Valley,
Right.
in that area. And I spent every summer after that with her, which I didn't actually go to the Valley schools. When my daddy got remarried, he moved to Jackson. So I went to Jackson Elementary, and then I actually met my biological mother when I was like 10. And moved to Orangeburg and stayed with her for a while. So I graduated from North High.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, in North South Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, you know, your book talks about a number of different issues, things that we all face in life. And one of the things that I particularly like that you talked about is how you can have blessings in disguise.
Yes, ma'am.
And you particularly talked about something that happened in the spring of 2006 when you were sick. And how did that turn out to be a blessing in disguise?
Well, I actually was involved in an accident at work. And like I said at the time, I could not at all see where that was in any type of blessing, because you know when you get hurt, you're right then, you know, that's all that you're consumed of, basically. It caused me to slow my fast-paced life down.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to. There was a time there where I couldn't drive, and you know, I had to go through a lot of me time. I had to spend a lot of time with God, a lot of time at home, not being able to drive my vehicle, you know, so that made me slow down and made me talk with God more. Even though I had a relationship with God, you know, a good one at that time, like I said, it was fast-paced. You know, my life was fast-paced, and, you know, like I said, I didn't think that was a blessing at the time.
But it turned out
But it turned out to be a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the way you said this. It was humorous to me. It said that you are currently in training with God to try to become a better peacemaker.
Exactly.
You are considering the people that God puts in your path and what you can do every day to, you know, make their lives better. If you want to get a copy of Deborah's book, it's easy to do. You can go to Westbow Press. You will see the book there, and you can order it paperback, or you can get the ebook, and you will be set. What is your favorite chapter that you talk about, Deborah?
Fulfilling your potential. Because I think a lot of times we come up with a lot of excuses why we can't fulfill our potential. God has a plan for us, and I think the thing is that when we're in a relationship with God every day, and that's what my devotional is about, having a relationship with God, we know what that plan is because He leads us and guides us. You know, if we're not in step with Him, there's no way we're going to get that guidance from Him. You know.
Well, I encourage you to order the book. It's called Why Settle? A Relationship with God Through the Sands of Time. And the sands of time, pretty significant because we all just have a certain amount of time on this earth.
Absolutely.
Deborah Dixon, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.